Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. How are you doing? Today, I want to talk about the topic of signing more clients, higher caliber clients, and being able to actually charge way more than what you're charging right now. And there is one single thing that is going to completely change the game for you, and it is not about strategy. It is about being fully aware of your results, owning your results, and celebrating yourself. And I want to tell you that I see so many entrepreneurs, business owners, coaches, service providers every single day, and of course, I'm one of them, who are not owning the results you have achieved. And that is costing you six figures and even seven figures. This comes from our desire of constant, like, we're overachievers. Whatever we achieve, whatever result we have, it feels like it's never enough. And if you are someone like me who are like breaking all benchmarks out there, you're constantly achieving your clients because you have clients, you make money, you have an audience, you're showing up daily, you're putting content out there which is very decent, but you are not owning your results. And this is coming from our desire to constantly overachieve. But let me tell you something, there is no thing, like, there is no limit. Whatever you achieve, let's say you make 20k months, yes, you can make 50. But do you know how little people actually make 20k months or 50k months? Yes, I know you see everyone says like I make six figures, but I want to tell you that I talk to these people every single day, and you cannot imagine what kind of chaos it is, how drained they are, and that oftentimes people who are saying that are like making six figures or seven figures are not. And often these people look like the big boss, the big CEO, but I have worked with so many companies over the last 12 years and even more. And you cannot imagine what happens behind the scenes. It is a total chaos. They don't have a normal sales system. They have a patchwork of 5 or even 50 unfinished funnels. And you, who have 10 times better results than them, you're not owning this. And these results could look in many, many different ways. It doesn't matter if you are a business coach or, I don't know, in the relationship niche, healthcare, weight loss, any of these. You have results and your clients have results, but you are not showing this enough. And I'm going to tell you exactly how this looks like by giving you my personal story and the exact things that are happening. And I want to tell you that this results in you losing revenue, potential opportunities, and it's costing you. And for example, when I first started, I had my first three high ticket clients within a couple of weeks. Every one of my friends who was in business for years before, like further ahead than me, they were telling me, start with a low ticket offer just to get traction, just to get some people. And I was like, no, this is not what I'm going to do. This is not how things are going to happen. If I do this with some kind of low ticket offer, it will take me forever to make money. It will bring me clients who are not aligned to me, to my work, to the value that I deliver. And everyone was telling me, do this, do this, do this. But I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I already have the results. I already have the background. I come from corporate where I have built tens of brands with very like successful traction, I have the results, and I'm going to use these results regardless that I have not been an entrepreneur yet with significant results, but I had the results behind me. And when I started, I used these results to sign my first high ticket clients. My first two clients were 3K and 5K retainers. Not one time, retainers. And when you're starting, oftentimes you're like, but I'm just starting, I don't have testimonials. Yes, but you have achieved results, so use this and you are going to instantly make money. And then I see this even when you're making 200K per year, let's say, and you're not owning your results. You go to your clients and you're not your potential new clients, and you are not leading with the transformation. You're not leading with the results you have, and you're not showing you can teach them, and this is costing you a lot of money. Lead with the transformation, lead with the result, own your results. I know this is difficult for someone who is an overachiever and constantly over delivering, and I have been there. I'm telling you this from my personal experience, because every time when I posted a piece of content that was leading with the result and had the energy of, this is what I can do for you, this is how I can help you, this is how I can solve your problem, and this is the result that my clients have achieved, it instantly converts into a high ticket client. But if I'm like, yes, I can do this and this and this for you, I can help you with this and this and this, but I'm not in this energy of owning my result, it's not working. And I perfectly know I have been there many times when, as I told you, I have signed my first two high ticket clients and hit 10K months, this damn mark that so many business owners cannot achieve for years. I have made 6 figures in my first year, and oftentimes there was this part of me, this dark side of me, that was not owning it. And I was not showing it enough. I didn't celebrate it enough. So start owning your results, start showing them. I bet you have tons of testimonials, but you're not showing them. And what I often hear from clients who I work with, as I said, even if you are at 20, 30K months, you have client base, you have results, you have made money, your clients made money, regardless of the niche, but you're not using it enough. Start leading with this result and the transformation that you're bringing to your clients. This is going to be a game changer for you. Tell people what you have achieved. Tell people how you did it. Tell people about the turbulence, that what happened, what was not easy. And it is, I know it's not easy. This entrepreneurship, this being a business owner, being a CEO, not just someone who is providing a service or coaching. Being a CEO is not an easy thing, because you need to make high-level decisions. You need to make very uncomfortable decisions. I know your life is happening behind the scenes. And that's why oftentimes you're not celebrating your results. Hi, I have been there so many times. When I made 6 figures, I didn't celebrate it. Although most entrepreneurs rarely hit 6 figures, whatever you're seeing online. You have results. Tell people what results you have, what transformation you have lived, achieved, or you have helped your clients achieve. And this is going to help you to charge 3 times more. Stop underestimating yourself. Stop diminishing yourself. And tell people This is the transformation you're going to experience. This is who you are going to be after you take this program, this course, or my one-on-one mentorship. And this is what it costs. End of story. Own your results. Stop diminishing yourself. This one shift is going to completely transform the way you make money. It will help you sign more high-ticket clients. You're going to attract people daily, and they are going to buy your entry-level offer, and then you're going to successfully and easily, effortlessly upsell them to the next space. But you need to know who you are and to own your results, to lead with the result, to celebrate yourself. So tell me in the comments, what are we celebrating today? I am celebrating that Meta removed all restrictions from my profiles. And that shit is fucking hard and difficult. If you have ever faced it, you know how difficult it is first to reach Meta, then to be able to demand from them to remove all fucking restrictions that make no sense and they restricted you for no reason. It requires resistance from you, resilience from you, to not shrink. And in the meantime, you have your clients, you have a one-on-one client that is very demanding, you have someone else who is trying to diminish your boundaries. Your life is happening behind the scenes. Maybe you have something with your relatives, or you had a fight with your fiance this morning, and you're not like very much in the mood, you know, but you show up and you do the work. You show up live. You have these conversations with Meta, let's say, if this is your case. Your clients keep getting results. You're keeping your boundaries. Isn't that an achievement? Isn't that an achievement? Do you know how little people actually do have that resilience to show up and do the work? Trust me, I have worked with, I don't know, hundreds of people in the last couple of years since I have started my mentorship business. I see people daily who give up. And if you are showing up and putting content and you have your clients and you have made 100K or 200K per year, that is a fucking big achievement. That is a result that you should celebrate inside of you first. To be proud of yourself. How many times you had a sleepless night and you wake up with a headache? But whatever it takes, you show up for your clients. You're doing coaching, you're in Telegram, you're posting content, you're showing up live. Isn't that an achievement? Yes, it is. And tell people what you have done. Tell people what results your clients have. Maybe you're a relationship coach or a psychologist, therapist, and you have helped 3 people in the last 3 months to find their soulmate by cleaning their traumas or blah blah whatever. It doesn't matter. But what was the transformation? That someone started valuing themselves so much and they became like someone with very clear and strong boundaries, and this way they attracted a high value partner, and now they get a proposal. That is a big achievement. Maybe you helped your client to lose weight, and that is a fucking big deal because people are not happy to do this, like to be careful with food, to be consistent with workouts, to shift their mindset, and you have done a big work, and you have to own it. Start owning your results, your achievements, start showing them to the world and celebrate. I want you to share with me in the comments what are we celebrating. I don't care if it's something big or if it's something small, and most of the times only you think is small. Other people are wondering how that bitch is doing this. Do you know how many times my friends and some other people are asking me, how are you dealing with all of this? How are you doing all of this? And then I tell them, you know what? I'm not. Do you know what mess it is with this client, with this client, with that client? This person doesn't want to do the work, or they are not consistent enough. And I have to do work with them, to coach them, to mentor them on how they are perceiving the things, on their mindset, then to make sure they are implementing the strategy, because I'm not the kind of mentor who is going to tell you, do this and this and this and that's all, goodbye. No, I'm calling all your shit. And yes, it is very difficult when you have to be the one who is telling a client, look, you're doing this and this is causing a problem, and it is the reason that you don't have the results you want. People are not happy to hear when you tell them, you're wrong, you're doing this wrong, you have to shift your mindset. This is difficult, right? And then it is also difficult to be the one who pushes them to be responsible, to keep doing the work. And when you see, and you know, I understand my clients very well, because I know what it takes to be a CEO. It is difficult. Let's face it, like it's not all champagne and roses, what you're seeing online. It is difficult. It is difficult to make a decision, to, you know, you have a team member that is actually not helping you, but they're creating more work for you. They require micromanaging, and you like this person. Yes, you like it, but you have a business. And if you don't do something, this is going to cost you money. You might lose clients, and it is fucking hard decision to tell this person, look, I like you very much, but this is business, and I have to make decisions that are going to help me grow. And unfortunately, I have tried a couple of times, but there is no growth. So I'm sorry, but we need to say goodbye. And this is difficult. But it is your achievement, because you make a decision for your company's growth. And this is a CEO level decision. This is not just I'm a coach, I'm a service provider. And I know how difficult it is when a client has the results. You know, you're doing your job very well, but this client becomes more and more demanding. You're telling them, look, that work is something I do in my mastermind, but they're unhappy, because if they have to come in your mastermind, they have to pay more. And it is very difficult to hold and balance here, and to think, like, I know you have integrity and you want to help everyone, but it is very difficult to make the decision, okay, should I enforce the boundary and say no? Or should I help this client because I want to? And that is a difficult decision. That is a CEO level decision. If you're going to say no, I'm not doing this for anyone, because this directly relates reflects my income and my profitability. And you know you might lose this client. And you like this client. You poured a lot in this client, in their growth. But you see, this person is not taking a radical responsibility, or just, it's normal. They need more support, but they don't want to pay for more support. And now you have to make the decision. And this is a difficult decision, okay? I know it. So all of this, I'm giving you this example so you can see that you are actually making a lot of high-level decisions daily. All this is reflecting directly on your revenue and your energy. And you know your energy is a very important asset. You need to protect it because your job as a coach or as a service provider is to show up in full power every single day for your clients. And then you make the money, you sign up clients, you sign up more clients, you help them, you transform their lives, they become a new person. This is an identity shift, which is very difficult if we are very honest. And in the same time, your business is growing, you're giving everything, and you have your life that is happening behind the scenes and is not asking how much money you make. So all these are big achievements. You have big achievements every single day. And when you start owning these achievements, when you start owning your results and celebrating, you're shifting the entire reality. And this is not just me giving you some energetic blah 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 here, or manifest it, or I don't know what, but this is reflecting also your strategy. And maybe you found your own way to do the things. You found a way that simplifies everything and brings 10 times better results. Own it, celebrate it, show it to your people, show it to your audience. And I am guilty of this because I am not celebrating myself enough. I'm not showing my results enough. That's why I decided to make this live, because when I realized it a couple of weeks ago and this kept showing up, it's showing up and showing up and showing up, and I'm like not showing my results enough, I'm not celebrating myself enough, although this fucking year was like really awful. These 9 months of this year were awful to me. But at the same time, do you know what happened? I received. And I think that this year is my lesson to receive. Not from constantly giving, not from constantly trying to be something for someone else, not constantly over-delivering, not constantly overachieving. And this is my lesson. And I realized, but this fucking thing is showing up for me over the last 9 months. Think how this is showing up for you. What are the signs that you need to own your results more? And that thing, not owning my results, not owning my expertise, not owning the transformation I bring to my clients, has costed me a lot of money. Okay? I make 6 figures when I should be making 7. So when I tell you this is going to make you a lot of money, I mean it. And I have seen it firsthand, and I also see it with my clients. These clients who are like motherfuckers and go and do the work and own their results, they skyrocket. And it's easy to work with them. And the moment I give them a couple of tiny shifts, results explode. But with these clients who are like overachievers and constantly want to over-deliver, and I'm telling them, hold your boundaries, change the offer structure, add additional tires so you can make more money, and they're like, no, but I don't want, like, I cannot, I'm afraid my client is going to leave. Yes, but you have these results, you bring this transformation, you can increase the price 3 times more. And they're resisting, and I know that this resistance comes from this, I bring this transformation, but this is how it has to be, it's not that big deal. Yes, it is a big deal. And when you start celebrating and owning this, the results are going to be completely different, and you're going to make way more money. So today's your task is to write in the comments 3 things you have achieved in the last, let's say, month. Celebrate yourself, and then think, where am I not owning my results? Am I not showing my results enough? The transformation I bring. So my clients don't know I can bring this transformation to them. Okay, tell me in the comments. I'm going to leave you because I'm going now to record a live training that is for my program Queen Codes, where I work with your Queen energy, so you can own all these results. And if this hits for you, you can join my Scale Like a CEO masterclass, and you can also dive deep into Queen Codes, where we are going to work with your CEO energy. How are you leading like a CEO? How you have unwavering conviction and boundaries, and how you are as a whole holding your CEO energy, not just a service provider that is keeping you small, but someone who is leading a company, because there is a big difference. And I'm diving deep in all the blind spots that I usually see and that I have also done when I was acting like just a service provider or just someone who is like mentoring you, and what happened instead when I started leading like a CEO and thinking in advance and not trying to fit in a box. The result was completely different for my sales and income. And then I'm giving you strategic steps, what exactly to do, how to do it, so you can scale your company like a big CEO and make big money. So if this hits, I'm going to leave the link below, so above actually, no, below in the comments, so you can join Scale Like a CEO, and then you can also get the Queen Codes 3-day transformational program, but I will let you know when it's all finished and you can buy it. Thank you for your time. Enjoy your week, your day, and I'm so happy today. I don't know. I'm so excited. Leave your achievements below in the comments. I want you to claim it, to write it down, so your brain can rewire. And see you soon. Bye.